Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City, and this is the Hollywood Squared Circle, where we talk about wrestling episodes of non-wrestling shows. And today we are talking about Baywatch, Season 6, Episode 15, entitled Bash at the Beach. For those of you who don't know, Baywatch aired from 1989 to 2001, spanning 11 seasons and 242 episodes. The first season aired on NBC, and it was canceled because, well, it was fucking shit. Yet, it was also somehow absurdly popular, surviving in syndication for another 10 seasons, and at one point becoming the most watched show on TV. It starred David Hasselhoff, Pamela Anderson, Yasmine Bleeth, Alexandra Paul, Gregory Allen Williams, Jeremy Jackson, Parker Stevenson, Billy Warlock, David Chavaret, and Nicole Eggert. This wrestling episode was done in conjunction with WCW, so it stars a bunch of fucking wrestlers. Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Vader, and even Kevin Sullivan. But it also guest starred legendary comedian, actor, and director Jack Carter, who is unfortunately not wrestling in the episode. Anyway, here's what happened. The episode starts with Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage having a jet ski race, so we're already in trouble. They're cutting each other off and shit-talking, and then Hulk becomes distracted when he sees a real hot babe on another jet ski who yells out, "Hey, Hulkster, you're sure looking good." And he becomes so distracted that he tries to catch up to Randy, so he guns his jet ski and he hits a wave and he goes flying through the air, making this noise in midair. Ah! And then he hits the water and the jet ski lands on top of him, which is really awkward because his actual best friend, Brutus Beefcake, did get into a horrible parasailing accident a couple years before this. And of course, Yasmine Bleeth and Pamela Anderson see him and they go running and they save him from drowning. Hulk comes back to thank the lifeguards. So they're hanging out and shooting the shit, and Hulk finds out that the local youth center is going to be closed down because it's been taken over by some mysterious new evil owner. Hulk makes it absolutely clear that without that youth center, he would have gotten up to some really bad shit as a kid. So Hulk and Randy are like, well, maybe we can do some kind of wrestling thing to help save the youth center. Who are the evil new owners, you may ask? Conveniently, it's Ric Flair, Kevin Sullivan in a suit but still with face paint, and Vader, who crushes a basketball that really upsets Jack Carter. I didn't realize they were such moguls. And of course, Rick wants to demolish the youth center and put up condos. Evil, evil condos. And then Hulk and Randy are like, wait, no, fuck that shit. Because I guess you can stop legitimate land ownership just by saying no. So Rick is like, oh yeah? Well then let's settle this with a team match. And I know what you're saying. Do you mean tag team match? No, he means team match, which basically means 2 one-on-one matches. So Rick will face Randy in a lifeguard match, which is really just a beachy or a lumberjack match, and Hulk will face Vader in a steel cage for no reason at all. And if Randy and Hulk both win their matches, then they win ownership of the youth center. No idea what they would have done if it was a tie. And then there's a fucking Hulk Hogan training montage set to his WCW theme song. I don't know why he would need to train to face a guy he's already beaten a bunch of times. Now here's the one good thing they did this whole episode. The matches are actual matches that took place at the 1995 Bash at the Beach pay-per-view. That makes so much sense. You know the matches are going to be as good as they can be because, well, they're actual matches and the pay-per-view took place on a beach anyway. Unfortunately, the clips they show from the actual matches, they dubbed over with fake fighting sound effects, so they sound a lot more fake than usual. In the show, Randy beats Flair with the double axe handle, even though on the actual pay-per-view, he beats him with the flying elbow drop. And Hogan doesn't even really beat Vader with anything. He gives him a big boot and then basically just gets his hand raised. You had full fucking matches and you still made them make no sense. And that's the episode. No aftermath, no celebrating with the lifeguards or the kids or Jack Carter, nothing. And the best part is that by the time this episode actually aired, Vader was already in WWE. Good work, everyone. Well, that was the wrestling episode of Baywatch. This has been the Hollywood Squared Circle, and I have completely wasted your time.
Guests of the RJ City Show, subscribe to his channel, follow him on social media, and buy his t-shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/RJ City.